connection looks decent. My Twitch information is actually correct. Nope. Don't think anybody's really in yet. Probably some like viewer bots, but kind of about the standard for the first few minutes of the stream. Alright, so for Lisa who's watching on YouTube, so I've been trying to get a thing going on my Discord for a while about trying to get like a kind of gathering together with people to play Final Fantasy XIV for a little bit, and there is a free trial option, and the free trial is not just like, you know, play until like level 10 or like X amount of hours, stuff like that. It's, you basically get the entire base game plus the, crap, what's it called? Heaven's Ward expansion. So yeah, I do have a link in my Discord to where you can at least go to the website and try to figure that stuff out. We don't need the cutscene again. But yeah, so this stream I'm going to be kind of showing off some of the other stuff you can do once you actually get far enough in the quest line to be able to unlock stuff. I was hoping to have a friend of mine joining, but he has not gone onto the Discord yet. I'm going to message him. Alright, perhaps now he will actually join for the fun and festivities. Also, my character may look a little different than when I first made him, because I kind of just broke down and actually bought the new expansions, one of which included a new race called the Hrothgar. Basically like these big, burly, catfolk creatures. And I'm not really a fan of the goggles. Greetings, sir. Not really much a fan of the goggles, but otherwise I love the way I could just design my character.
Hi.
There you are. Okay, it's not a new character, I just... The game does give you an item at the start early on for free that lets you kind of change your character's appearance, so that's what I did with this one. So basically changed from the Mikote, which was the pseudo like 10% cat-like race, to the Hrothgar, which is like the 75% cat-like race, which is therefore better. Logging in. Okay, so this usually comes up, world is currently full of players in queue, blah blah blah. This usually takes like a minute to get through. So even when the game is like super busy, you can still get in pretty quickly. How are you today, Mr. Sanctus?
I'm alright. Yourself?
I am good, especially now that I'm away from work. Yeah, today has definitely been one of those days. Or as I like to say, today has been one of those weeks. This game came out, I think, in 2012? Let me confirm. So I know that this is technically this is the second version, which is why the subtitle is A Realm Reborn. Okay, so the original rendition came out on September 30th, 2010. Then I think the newer version, which is the A Realm Reborn, I think that came out like a year or two later when they completely revamped the game, like all the way from like the coding from the base stuff up. And in my opinion, it made the game like so much better. But yeah, I'm going to be trying to show off some of the other stuff you can do once you actually get far enough in the main quest to actually unlock all the good stuff. I think one thing that helps is that the game is relatively affordable, where like the expansions are only, I think, like $20 each, something like that. And when you get one expansion, you get all the previous expansions as well, just as long as you pay for the newest one. And the monthly cost is kind of standard, but slightly cheaper as well. It can be between like $13 and $15 a month, if you, depending on how long your subscription is. So you can do like 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month plans. And like I mentioned in Discord, there are free trials available. I just don't know how they work. So I'm kind of relying on anybody else who's interested in trying the game out to kind of go through that and let me know what it's like. That way I know like how I can advise other people to potentially join in as well. But yeah, first let us try to locate our friend. Our friend is online. Invite to party. I don't know where he is. You're in Limsa Lominsa Lower Decks. I am nowhere near Limsa Lominsa. I don't think you can buy subscription fees with in-game money. It's only like real life money. But it's I'd say relatively affordable. It's not like I know I've seen some MMOs go for like $20-30 a month, which is like no. But Final Fantasy XIV is kind of the more standard, like 13 to 15, and there's not really any like real pay to win. I mean, they do offer like some things to give you like actually let you skip certain main quests if you just want to get to like some of the good stuff later on. They do offer that, but I don't really see that as being like a very important thing because you can still play the game normally. Actually, what all do they have? Actually, the thing is, I don't think they even have like the microtransaction, whatever you want to call them, guide in game. I think you actually go to the website for all those. Official sites. Okay, that just loads all that up. But yeah, like I said, they don't actually have the shop in game. So if you want to like buy anything special, you have to actually go to the website and log into your account there. Which, in my opinion, is kind of a good thing, because that way the game is not pressing you in game while you're playing to actually be spending more money. I think it's probably one of the things that helps it out, is that it's not really like trying to nickel and dime you for everything like at all times. But anyway, so let's start off with what the game refers to as the duty finder, which is what lets you get into your like various kind of events. There are things called guild tests, which are basically like these kind of mini dungeons, and they get bigger the further you go on in the game. And I don't have very many unlocked right now. We got basically these 3 dungeons right here. But one thing I do like about this is that once a day you can do a duty roulette, which will pick a random event out of the particular category, and you actually get a bonus amount of experience and money for it as well. So if you just want to just get into something real quick, you can do the random duty and get more benefits out of it. So Sanctus, okay, I was gonna say you should probably go to a combat class. So let's start with a randomized guild test. See what that does. And then once you got that joined up, we can just go ahead and do anything else you want in the meantime. It'll still be searching stuff for you, and you can still go out and like kill things or do quests, stuff like that, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, for some of the basic stuff, so my Lancer class right now, I basically got the abilities I have on my main toolbar, which is the 5 icons on the bottom here. The first 3, actually the first 4, are kind of chained into each other depending on how you use them. So my first ability, True Thrust, it does like basic damage. You can chain it into either this skill, Disembowel, which does more damage if you chain it or if you do it after the first skill. Plus, it also gives you a buff if you use it in the combo form as well. So it kind of gives you a little incentive to do things in a certain order.
Right.
And then likewise with the second ability, it becomes stronger if you chain it after the first one. And then my fourth ability here becomes stronger if you chain it after this one. And this one does a crap ton of damage if you can get it set up, which is really nice. Because the Lancer is the primary like DPS class, especially for single targets. I can wail on monsters and have them die pretty quickly. He's basically useless for like AoE effects though, because he doesn't have any. Also, there are little mini events called Fates, like I just joined here, which you can use to basically, even if you're like above level, you can do what's called a level sync and kind of get yourself down to where it's kind of sort of a challenge and still be like a little bit more experience out of it. You know, another thing you can do to pass the time a little bit if you want to just do something simple. Yeah, I know that for the one of the other classes in this game, the Pugilist, it does kind of have the same combo system, but it's actually a little bit more complex in that each attack you make puts you into a different stance, which gives you access to different other moves you can do in combo in different ways. It also does require more particular positioning against enemies. Like for example, if you're behind it, if you attack the enemy's back, by kind of just standard, you get like a higher chance of hitting, and I think maybe a slightly higher chance of critting. But as a Pugilist, you actually get more damage or special effects if you're attacking the enemy from like either the side or the back, stuff like that. So it does make you kind of think a little bit more strategically about your actions and choices. And how about some damage? 162 damage on that skill, whereas otherwise I do like 62. That's one of the kind of cool things about the combo system, is that it kind of keeps your mind actually focused on what you're doing to make sure you get everything done right. Yeah, on the far right here, you can also see like the progress of how far the fate has gone. The little white bar here that's slowly filling up. That'll basically show you when when the fate's about to end and when you actually get your XP reward. Yeah, I know the magic casting classes are definitely have their own unique systems as well, but I haven't really played with any of those since I started playing again, so I can't really go into in-depth on those. That's something that Sanctus could probably get into a little more, because he's been the spellcaster since we very first started. Oh, how did I leave? Okay. Yeah, one of the cool things I like about Final Fantasy XIV in particular is that there's an NPC that you come across when you come to like one of the dungeon entrances called the Smith, he actually provides you kind of like specialized training in how to use your class in actual group environments for it. So if you do like dungeons stuff like that, kind of gives you all the little tidbits on what you're basically supposed to do as a base class. And I think it's actually really helpful to figure out what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to do it. So if I happen to find one of them on the way, I'll definitely show them off. But yeah, so we're still waiting on the guild hest. Is there anything I need to do here in the meantime? I could do that fate if we can get there fast enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I still haven't unlocked my mounts yet. Actually, I think... Oh, no. I still need like one or two more main quests to be able to actually get access to my mounts. Oh, and there's the guild test. Alright, so... let's go ahead and commence it so we can get started with it. And yeah, and the way the dungeon parties are set up is that you kind of join along with random people, but it always ensures that there are two DPSs, which is damage per second if you're not familiar with the term. There's one tank class, the one who's basically designed to take all the damage, and then one healer type class, so somebody can actually heal all the damage that the tank is taking. So it always make sure you have a balanced party of some flavor. And yeah, when you do these guild tests, it also brings you down to a appropriate level if you're like really super high level to make sure everything's still balanced. And unfortunately, we got like a really low level one, so I'm not really able to use most of my abilities because they do kind of lock because you're not technically high enough level for them. Yeah, I think I might try to go for like a different event, see if I can show off like the more proper, bigger dungeons you can do. Yeah, because that one didn't really require much thought or coordination. You just beat this guy into the ground, you win. And then afterward, you got to talk to this guy to get your reward. You can also do player commendations, where if you find another person in your randomly assigned party that you thought, wow, they did really good at their job, or you think they're just like a cool person, you can basically give them a little commendation saying, hey, good work. And then when you do that, the game actually does track how many commendations you've gotten throughout your character's lifespan, and you do get like these little kind of mini bonuses as the game goes on. Like you can eventually, I think, get a couple mounts doing that. You can get a bunch of minions, which are these little... I can't summon them right now, but... yeah, basically little kind of guys that can follow you along, and a lot of them are very much in theme with the Final Fantasy series. And yeah, these events also give you a bonus rewards if you do the entire thing without anybody dying. Sometimes if you do it like super quickly, it'll give you a reward, stuff like that, and then gives you a little completion bonus here. Alright, so let's get us prompted. I keep getting free company invites from this guy, and I don't know why. Go away. Decline. Alright, so yeah, let's get a proper one set up. So let's do the... actually, so guild has... I have trials. I'll probably show trials off next, but I want to do like a proper dungeon next. Okay, so the guild tests are the ones where it's just basically like a kind of little mini boss, not really too much going on. But then there are the actual dungeons. So let's get one of these started up. So we'll get that. Okay, that one looks like it might be a while until we get that done. So I'm actually going to go ahead and try to get through more of my main quests so I get access to mounts. And the main quest is up there, so let's head here. Yeah, you can use the what are called Ethernet shards to be able to kind of fast travel to various areas. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned. I'm going to New Gridania and then heading to North Shroud for my quest if you want to join Sanctus. Yeah, the game makes sure that you are properly capable of doing the entire... Why do you have a special icon? Oh, I think there's like an event going on. Newest regular... No? I don't know why he has an icon all of a sudden. There are flying mounts. I don't know what they do special because I never got a flying mount because I think when I first played the game, flying mounts weren't even a thing. I don't know what they really do necessarily, but yeah, flying mounts do exist. I've seen a couple of people right now, and I think one of the mounts is actually just like this kind of big mechanized like bee-like creature that just literally is carrying you, and you're kind of like dangling from its arm like a cat being held by like the squid from its neck. It's kind of amusing. Alright, so I apparently went to the wrong entrance. I need to go... Actually, no, it's right... Okay, it's actually in town. Yeah, I'm definitely eager to get my first flying mount just so I can find out what it's like. And I'm also just eager to get my mounts back in general, because there was one specific mount I want to show off, because it is like my favorite out of all the mounts I've seen in all the games I've played. Okay, yeah, this is still the right way. There's also a little bit of a sprint button, so you move a little bit faster for like a third of the time that you're moving. And it lasts 20 seconds out of combat, or only 10 seconds if you're in combat and use it. Destination. Also, I love how there's an action of waiting. And we got a cutscene.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three Seedseers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood, fearful of the Green Wrath. They hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hure and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hure and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the high roads without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago,
Damn it. Sorry, misclicked.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us.
Yay! I didn't realize this would be such an extensive cutscene. Oh, there's still more.
If you'll permit me, Alfino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
That was very pompous. Oh, and okay. Okay, let's see if we can just get through the rest of this cutscene before we go into the dungeon. I'm sure he's given like a lot of important plot points, but dungeon. What? Actually, we need to skip that entirely. There we go. All right, let's commence. Get on to the good stuff. Yeah, once I get into the dungeon, I'll mention a little fun fact about the calamity that they spoke about a little bit ago. So these are the Copperbell Mines. I don't know what the actual like lore is for getting in here. I already figured what that is. But we're basically trying to head inside and trying to. I think this one we are taking out like something that's a threat to the miners. We're kind of basically trying to save the mines. And this is one of the maps where it becomes a little more important to actually be like a good teammate and know what you're supposed to be doing, stuff like that. In this case, we got Sanctus with us right here, along with the two other random people. Yeah, the cool thing about my number 5 ability is that it also it's my only ability that lets me attack from range. Unfortunately, it does less damage than even my basic skill. But I do kind of pay for it in damage in that case. But we got a bunch of other skills that are good for damage, so. Yeah, when it comes to DPS, it's kind of one of the primary rules that it's basically your job to take care of all of the, like, obviously do all the damage, but you're also supposed to be focusing on the ones that can actually deal the most damage to your guys as well, basically the other DPSs. Oh yeah, there is a lot of content to this game. And only like a handful of the main story cutscenes are actually voiced, which is kind of unfortunate. I do kind of wish there was more of it. But at the same time, the voice acting is kind of every now and again. Yeah, Sanctus is the other one in the voice chat.
Hi.
Yeah, he's on the Discord server as Cloud Connect, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, technically Sanctus is like an older name that he used to use. He doesn't really go by it anymore, but it's kind of just what I've always known him as, so that's why I keep calling him. These guys are really going far. But yeah, as DPS, your main job is to take care of all the other guys that do damage first. So you can kind of save your heal a little bit of the MP and time as well. And then ideally you want to have your entire party focusing on the same target so you can obviously kill them off faster and stuff like that. And making sure you can replenish your buffs at appropriate points. But yeah, it's basically these big ass guys that we're trying to clear the mines out from so the miners can get back in and work safely. Yeah, one of the kind of like the higher tier plays, so to speak, is you get all the monsters aggroing you at one time so you can take them all down immediately. It's a way that a lot of the higher tier players get dungeons higher tier players get dungeons done quickly. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Yeah, it can be a little bit intense if you're not really used to being like a healing class yet, but thankfully we got a pro with us as a healer. Or actually, no, Sanctus' class is actually DPS. I forgot about that. Yeah, Sanctus are basically both the damage dealers of the group. There are so many enemies here right now. Stab.
Yeah, my role is kind of more damage over time with short bursts, like from AoE kind of stuff. I can also support heal.
Yeah, his class kind of does a little bit of everything. His class is currently the Arcanist, I believe, which is basically like a summoner of little kind of small creatures, stuff like that. So he summons little mini allies. And if I think right, the creatures that you summon can be like either DPS, tank, or healer, depending on which one you summon, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, you can basically kind of like pick and choose your match and stuff like that.
Yeah, right now I have Emerald out, which is a caster type. I can also summon Topaz, which is a support type for like, gives me like basically damage reduction or a damage buffer, as you will. And then there's also a tanker type. I think that doesn't come out until about level 40 or so.
It takes that late?
Yeah, there's like one other type I'm missing, but
yeah, I'm guessing it was probably, you mentioned you have like a physical damage or magical damage deal, so it's probably like a physical one somewhere.
yes, yeah, there's probably like a physical damage type.
And also the mini boss that's going to be coming up here actually has a kind of unique mechanic, which I'll get to once we actually get to the fight. Because they do try to make their best effort to make sure that each boss fight is at least unique in some aspect. And that usually means like a different kind of strategy you need to actually be able to win the fight successfully. Which is another one of the factors I like with this game. It's not just the same, just like pound the enemy with the same 3 skills all day long, and then that's it. Everything's dying too fast, I can't stab anything. And we got a mini-boss. Yeah, this is not the one with the special strategy yet. Actually, I don't think he's even technically a mini-boss. I think he's one of those where if he lives long enough, he just explodes and deals massive damage to everybody. Yeah, these guys really don't have much health. Yeah, MMO MMOs have definitely come a long way since the original days of Warcraft, where you kind of just stuck to one place and just click buttons here and there. I know there are plenty of other games that actually are like much more intensive when it comes to movement and strategy and stuff like that too. Yeah, like I mentioned, for the just base attacking stuff like that, regardless of what your class is, attacking from behind increases your accuracy, so you're less likely to miss your attacks. And I think it does a little boost your crit as well, but I don't know for sure on that one. That's something I probably need to look at more detail. Also, there are treasure or dungeon loots. So I think I already have those goggles. Yeah, they're literally what I have right now, so I'll just pass on those. So when you get the dungeon items, there are 3 different things you can choose to do with them as far as trying to acquire them. You can click on need, which is basically like the highest tier. It's like, I need this item for something. I don't want anybody else to have it. You can pick that, and then the game basically rolls a random number between 0 and 100. And then whoever has the highest roll in that category gets the item. If you would like the item, but you don't really have like a big attachment to it, you can just click on greed, which would resolve only if nobody picks need, and then it does the same rule of rolling between 0 and 100. Whoever has the highest roll gets the item. Or you can just pass outright and just not be involved in the roll because you don't need it.
Yeah, if someone rolls need and then everyone else rolls greed, the person who rolls need will automatically get it.
I don't think I need the plunder here because I'm passing that one too. I think I already got better. Yeah, there's quite a bit of good gear that comes from the dungeon drops, as long as you're playing the right class of the dungeon. Because some dungeon rewards are kind of more designed for certain class types than other ones. Like the dungeon that comes before this one, which I think is the Tamtera Deepcroft, something like that, you get a lot of like spellcasting class drops, but really nothing for physical classes. Pretty much everything there is just a pass for me. Yoink. I am so close to leveling, I just realized that. I see treasure. Stab this guy another time or two, and treasure time. Yay, leveled up. I can't even equip that, so I'm passing on that. Yeah, it is kind of possible that maybe like nobody actually needs or wants any of the items, so everybody just passes and then just like lost of time forever. But usually for the early game gear, it's the gear is going to be so good that you just want to take it regardless. Okay, so this is the boss that has like the unique mechanic here. So once we get in, you'll notice that our attacks do basically nothing compared to his health bar. Like we're still doing a normal amount of damage, but his health bar is going down like maybe 1 pixel every few seconds. There'll be an enemy that decides to just pop in at some point that is actually much more effective at attacking him than you are. And you have to kind of position him in just the right way in order to use him. Meantime, we're just kind of biding our time. I think we need to get him over here. Oh, that's how they summon them. Okay, so these guys right here. These are the guys that we were fighting before, and I mentioned if you let them explode, they do a crap ton of damage. Now that becomes useful. So we just get this guy down enough to get him weakened. We can start using his blow-up ability. And make sure the big slime is in the way, because, kaboom, it does 250,000 damage, and the slime now splits into 2 smaller sized creatures. Now, we're still not really doing any damage to it, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, we can summon more. Yeah, the biggest thing is make sure that the bomb actually stays near the slime when he's about to blow up. that's something that's kind of more the tank's responsibility, because he's the one that has the ability to kind of draw aggro onto himself. And also, if you get caught up in that explosion, you will die. You will also take 250,000 damage. You want to make sure you avoid the blast as well. I have had that happen to me, so I speak from experience. Come here, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Go. Okay, we did get them all. Now we can actually do proper damage to these guys. Yeah, a lot of the big fights usually have some kind of special strategy you need to at least make them go by easier, if not just at all, which is something I always approve of. And more stuff I can't equip with my current class. Oh, I thought we were skipping this, but apparently not. Get back here. Get back here and take what's coming to you. I'll bite your legs off. And try to focus on the damage dealers. Yeah, thankfully there aren't very many AoE attacks on the enemy side, so I can just kind of stay here safely. Try to take out the attackers. There we go. Now we got the final fight. Slaves no more! Free! Free! So my current level is my base level, where is it? Okay, I'm level sync, or I'm what's called level synced. It's basically where you get lowered to the appropriate level for the dungeon. So I can't actually see my current level right now. I think I'm about level 30 at this point, maybe a little higher. Okay, so one of the strategies that you're supposed to use for this fight is that there are going to be like the kind of smaller regular guys of this type that are going to kind of break out from the walls that he's trying to break out right now. And you're supposed to stop them from breaking over the other one so the area doesn't get swarmed with enemies. Apparently, I guess this guy just wants us to stay with the boss himself, which we are doing a good bit of damage to him, so I guess we don't really need to worry about the additional enemies. I'm going to trust him on that. Oh, I wish I had my fourth ability. We're doing so much more damage and feeling so much better about what I do. Probably get my buff back. Also, I just love the disembowel animation and sound effect. It's just so satisfying. Yeah, I guess with the right focus, you actually don't need to worry about the additional enemies. But if you're actually at like the base level for this quest, then you do want to take care of the smaller enemies first. Alright, so what is the new loot? I can't equip that. And can't equip that. I can still technically like greed it and keep it for when I do eventually want to become those classes, but eh. Apparently everybody left already. That was awfully quick.
All the loot is yours.
I didn't want any of it. But yeah, one of the unfortunate things with everybody leaving so quickly is that it doesn't give me the chance to give anybody a player commendation. So it's lost to time now. Leave duty. Alright, apparently nobody gave me a player commendation, otherwise it would appear in the little chat window at the bottom left here. Yeah, my current level is actually 33. In fact,
you did a terrible, terrible job. Nuts.
Fine, I'm quitting Final Fantasy forever. Anyway, so yeah, I gained 50,000 experience from that dungeon alone, and that dungeon is technically like 13 levels below what I'm supposed to be. So the game makes sure that no matter what dungeon you do, you're still properly rewarded for it. And yeah, so I was mentioning earlier about the calamity in the game. So the calamity is something that basically happened 5 in-game years ago, where basically everything that the world knew was just basically kind of wiped away. And the only things that are left are like some vague memories of the people who were like the main characters from before. It is actually a direct correlation to what happened with the game's rebuild. So when the game became recreated, brought from the down up, they basically got rid of the old storyline and actually implemented the change in the game itself into the story, which is what the calamity is. So all the characters that nobody can really remember, but they still know like general deeds of, those are all the characters from the original version of the game. And some of those actually have carried over to the new version as well. But I've always found it kind of cool how they actually tie in the real life events of what happened to the game and make it an actual plot point. Also, I need to put my inventory away. I got way too much crap. I think there's a retainer nearest by. Now, let me see if I can load up or unload my inventory a little bit. And actually, while we do that, let's set up one more event run. This is a trial. This is basically it's not a dungeon. It's just a single boss fight, but it is like a super boss fight, where it's like if you do the wrong thing, you will die in a second. And I know the further ahead ones do get a lot more complex and even more dangerous. Like there's one boss, I forget which one it is. It's basically like some kind of flying. I think it might even be like the Phoenix that you fight later on. There's like, or for some of her attacks, there's like 10% of the battlefield that's actually safe to stand in. Otherwise, you die instantly upon the attack landing. It is pretty nasty. And there's like 4 different phases to it. And each one is kind of like a puzzle trying to figure out where the safe spot is. But yeah, let me get a retainer. I'm going to actually hire up to 2 retainers. Currently, you have no retainers in your employ. While customizing your retainer, you'll be unable to communicate with players and engage in other activities. I can do just kind of a quick thing. Oh, beginning the retainer customization process will automatically cancel your duty finder. No, I want to stay with the duty. That's a little bit more important than just like inventory management right now. So otherwise, let us... What else can we do with story? I think story we have to go back to probably somewhere else right now. Oh yeah, we gotta go to Ulda. And I don't really want to do main story right now because that's just gonna be a lot of cutscenes, and while we're waiting for dungeons, you kind of have to risk skipping them. So what can we do in the meantime? Actually, how's my class quest going? Now I gotta find my class quest. Not that one. Making. Yeah, the quests are sorted typically by area that they're completed in, but I can't remember which one is actually my class quest. Not that one. Oh, right here. It actually has the icon for my class right here. So I need to speak with Beauclair at the Bobbing Cork. I have no idea what that is. That is apparently in North Shroud. Apparently it's right next to the Aetherite Shard, so let's go there. Yeah, because by completing your class quest, you actually eventually get access to some new abilities that are granted from the quest itself. And once you get to a certain point, you actually get what is called a Soul Shard, which basically kind of upgrades your class to the next, like, the kind of prestige class almost, which gives you more abilities and more types of equipment you can actually use. So it's important to do all your class quests. Talk to this person. Eluine. Bloody sauce. That's what I always say. If you can't hold your liquor, stick to tea. I'm sorry, do you have something for me? I currently have a key for him. A tiny room key. It's a bitty tiny, it's like the size of a grain of salt. Oh, I've been searching everywhere for that key. You're a godsend, friend. You must forgive me. There's rumors of late of a suspicious man, masked man in these parts. They've got both me and my customers on edge. Any road, thanks to you, that ale-swilling fool can sleep soundly in his bed tonight. You do well to find safe lodgings as well, friend. I think I'm his friend. I don't know for sure, though. Alright, and one thing I do like about the quest is that they actually give you like a choice of what kind of reward you want. Like, for example, I can get, in this case, I can get a basically like a melee class leggings, magic class leggings, or just flat out money if I don't need equipment. At this point, I apparently want the trousers, because that is a decent defense increase and some really good stats on this one, so I'm taking that. Let's go ahead and equip that right away. Trousers are right here. Alright. So while we're waiting for the trial to come up, I can actually show you probably one of my favorite things about how they manage the classes in this game. So there's a little button right here called Update Gear Set. So whenever you change your equipment, you can upgrade or update your gear set to the new standard. What is a gear set? If you open up your gear set list, it'll show you basically like each kind of loadout you can have for your character, and each one can actually correspond to a separate class if you want. And so the way I have this set up is that, so if I'm playing as a Lancer, which I am right now, say I just want to become an Archer at some point. You can go in this menu, go to your gear set list, click on Archer, then equip set, and then boom, you're an Archer. You got all your Archer gear equipped. I got my bow, I got all my stuff that was equipped from before, like that, and everything's fine. But say I actually want to maybe do some harvesting instead. Like maybe I want to go like mine some rocks. Do the same thing. Come up here, you can even double click. You switch to the other class. They make it as easy as possible to be able to switch between all your classes basically at will, which is one of my favorite things. And this is probably the biggest improvement they made over the original version of this game, where you could only change classes at a specific NPC at certain cities. Otherwise, you were kind of stuck if you're anywhere else. And I've also got it set up to where there's one thing you can do as well is that all these icons here, you can actually click and drag these and add these on to your hotbar here. So if you want to... Okay, so I need to get back to my Lancer real quick. But yeah, I can basically... Yeah, I can swap my classes at will just by clicking on any of these icons here, which is one of my favorite things. Wait, we don't want... Okay, never mind. Withdraw. We did not want copper bell mines. A temporary penalty... I forgot about that. I can... let's do it. I don't want to take the penalty, because I think it prevents you from being able to join any other dungeons or trials for a while, and I don't really want to deal with that. But yeah, that's kind of what is actually unique to Final Fantasy XIV, is that you can swap between any classes at will. It's basically its main draw point. You can be literally every class in the game if you want to spend the time to do so. Most of the other MMOs, you either pick a class and you stay with that the entire game, or you pick like a class and you get like a couple, maybe some kind of subclasses you can take as well with a couple of the abilities. No, this game, you can be everything. Which is probably one of the main reasons this is my favorite MMO of all the ones I've played. Yeah, we're about to do this again because I forgot to take this off of the options. Because when you search for dungeons and trials in the baby tank. So yeah, when you do the search for the trials and stuff like that, you can actually set up a set of various combination of those, and it'll randomly assign you whichever one you happen to get to first. And so since I forgot to unassign this one round I'm getting randomly picked. So that one was on me. I wonder if I can just disable that. Nope. Okay. So once you're in actual duty, the duty menu changes. It just shows you kind of various options you can do within the current duty. So once we get done with this, I'll have to change that back to the actual thing we were trying to do. The ferry's not where the ferry's supposed to be. Neither is the carbuncle. Goodbye, pets. And I like how the other player said the exact same thing at the same time. Hiya. Stab. Hey, get back here. I'm not done stabbing you. Yeah, I do also have a bunch of other skills I have access to as well. So there's a bloodbath, which lets me heal based on the damage I deal. Gives me the ability to get an automatic crit on my next attack, as well as heal some damage. One that lets me lower a target strength and dexterity by 10%. The one that lets me apply the slow effect. My problem with these is that they all have long cooldown times, so I'm not really very inclined to use them. I'm not a fan of like long cooldown times, so I'm always afraid that I'm going to use it, and then I would have actually wanted to use it like 5 seconds later, stuff like that. But that's kind of just me. I poke you in the butt in a non-personal way. Torch. Also, one thing I don't think I made use of in the last dungeon. You notice on the top left of the screen, there's a little bar that says Limit Break, and it's kind of very slowly filling up. The Limit Break is something that basically anybody in the party can do once it gets filled up, and the effect that it does is dependent on what type of class you're playing. So if you're playing like a physical, if you're playing a melee DPS, it'll have one type of effect. If you're playing a healer, it'll have a different kind of effect, stuff like that. For mine, as a physical DPS, I just do like a single attack that does a crap ton of damage. If you're playing a healer, it heals everybody for, I think, effectively like half their HP, something like that, and I think also reduces or gets rid of status effects. Spellcasters get an AoE attack that they can use. And then I think tanks, I think they get like a stat buff, something like that. But yeah, once that comes up, you actually do a various amount of things with it. And the thing is, it only applies if you're in a party of 4 players or more. So if you're playing with just like you and like 1 or 2 other friends, you're not really gonna have access to it, which is the unfortunate thing. No enemies in here. Ready to boom. Boom in my face. That was fun. Hiya. You're doing all the way over there. Yeah, most of the stuff here basically dies in 1 hit. Yeah, so like I mentioned, when you're in a dungeon like this, your level does get reduced for like a certain static amount, so the fight or the dungeon still stays with a certain difficulty. I think your equipment still gives you mostly the same bonuses though, so if you're coming in with like level 80 gear, stuff like that, it will still make the dungeon easier, even though you're already leveled. I think it works that way at least. Stab. They call me the poker. Big boy time. Immortalize? Oh, well, that's annoying. Probably should have stunned that, because I do have a move that lets me stun an enemy. I probably should have used that, but oh well. He still died. Can't equip that. I think I already have that. It's also not even really that great a necklace. More treasures. And equip it. Yeah, one of these days I will actually start doing some more like spellcasting classes on this game, but at the moment I like my stabby. And we lost pets again. Rip pets. Back here. I did not say you could leave. Ah, crap. Well, like I said, I'm also a little bit over leveled and over equipped for this dungeon as well, so that's kind of also why I'm doing a lot of damage, I think. But yeah, once we get to the next one, once I actually set up the thing correctly, we actually do the trial I'm supposed to do, it's not going to be nearly as easy. It's one of those things where it's at least good to have people who know what they're doing to make things easier and safer, but it's still going to be, yeah. I'm actually not sure what all the spells are for the most part. I know that Sanctus's main class, which is a white mage, it does get the holy spell at a good point, and that obviously does like a crap ton of damage. Even early on, it has like a couple like damage over time effects that you can cast and kind of stack on enemies. And I know that the black mage in this, which the base class is called the Thaumaturge, which I'm not sure where that term necessarily comes from, but yeah, it's basically like the elemental magic class. It apparently has an effect that they added on since I last played, where you can kind of attune yourself between fire and ice in the middle of combat by casting more of those spells. If you increase your fire attunement, you actually do more damage, but your spells cost more. Or you can go with the ice magic, which doesn't affect your damage, but it makes your MP recovery go faster. So it does that a little bit more of a kind of strategizing for that class as well. One of the things I don't understand when it comes to spellcasting classes is that literally all classes, even like non-spellcasting classes, always have 10,000 MP, and it does not scale with level. I'm not really sure what the point of that is necessarily. I think maybe if I actually played more spellcasting classes, I might be able to understand the mechanics behind it more, but
it's just a hard cap set by Square Enix.
Yeah, but why? There's literally no other Final Fantasy game out there that has like very set MP values.
They believe 10,000 MP is good. I don't know.
Well, no, it's not even like the 10,000 number specifically, just why a specific number. That's what I want to find out. Goddamn. Get out the way. I'm still amused by how much damage that does. And over here, like, I'm being proud that I'm doing like 160 damage, and then the bomb blows up and it does like 1,500 times that. There he goes. Oh, he was barely out of the range. Yeah, like I said, it's just a weird design choice as far as I'm concerned. But I think at some point, some degree, it is possible to use like other classes' skills when you're a different class, but I don't really know how that works anymore. Because it used to be when I first played, whereas as long as your as long as your primary class was double the level of the other class, you could use that level skills. So if you have like in my case, if you're like a level 30 Lancer and you have like a level 15 White Mage, you can actually use like White Mage abilities up to level 15, stuff like that. Something along those lines. But it seems like they got rid of that, because when I tried logging into my old character when I first signed back on with this, it didn't let me use any of my other class abilities. So that's something I need to kind of look a little bit more into to find out how that works now. Also loot. Can equip. And can equip.
And I already have both of them, so I cannot loot.
Yeah, you probably have
That's
them.
what makes it nice.
You probably have them like 15
Also,
times over.
If someone has that particular piece of loot, they cannot roll for it again. You cannot have duplicates of any loot. So,
That is true too, yeah. Also,
yeah, it saves
somebody-
people from hoarding it and not, giving other people a chance to get it. So.
Dope. Yep, still want to take care of the small fries first. Take care of the more damage dealer types. Then go for the big guy. Oh, hi. Oh yeah, I don't need that anymore. Okay, that's already open. Onward. Destiny. I mean, this is a different game than Destiny, but still. Yeah, we can just skip the cutscene if we really want to.
Same.
Well, apparently I didn't skip it fast enough because everybody else was still running before me. Maybe there's an option to just, like, turn off those cutscenes. Yeah, I knew I should have held off on my stun. Well, unfortunately, I noticed that a lot of times if you try to use a stun attack on the bosses, that only has like a 20% success rate, it seems. So while a valid strategy in theory, it tends to not really work in practice a lot of the time, which is really unfortunate. Get back here. Oh, I did not mean to move that. Oh, I couldn't do it in time. And we win. Oh yeah, got an achievement. Rawr. I'm going to disable my headgear because I do not like the way these goggles look. Update. And I can't commendate anybody because I already left. I think I already have that. I've got better. Wait, boots. Oh yeah, it's basically the same thing as this, so I don't need that. Plundered battle axe. Okay, I'm not a marauder, so no point in me having that. So, let us depart. And still no commendations. Yeah, so at least in the field, you can change classes anytime you like I'm doing right now. I can just literally click between every single one of these and switch to anything I want. But once you're inside a dungeon, I think you are limited to the class that you entered as. So inside dungeons, you have to be what you came, or what you had to be what you started with. Otherwise, you can just change it whenever you damn well please. It does change your current HP and MP to whatever like the lowest value was on each class change, so that is something to keep in mind. But otherwise, yeah, you can pretty much change a class whenever you want. Alright, so started without the copper mines as an option. Now we'll try to do the actual Bowl of Embers trial. One of your party members does not meet the requisite requirements for this duty? Oh, why did you become a marauder? Okay.
I had to quickly equip my new gear that I won. Okay.
Blasphemy. Alright. Now we're setting up for the actual Bowl of Embers trial. So this one's probably going to take a while, so let me... what else can I do? So I was talking to him for my class quest. I think. Questions and answers, yeah. So, class quest... Or, no, it does not class quest. Wait, what did I speak to? Oh, maybe it's somebody upstairs. There he is. Okay. I spoke to the wrong person last time. I take it you are the young lancer of whom Ywain spoke. And an adventurer besides by the look at you. I was an adventurer myself once. That was before I became a lance for hire. But enough idle talk. You've come to learn from me, and learn from me you shall. Be warned, though, that you will not find me as lenient an instructor as the others. Now pay attention. Thus far you have learned to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me you will learn to do so in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a lancer must also be able to think and adapt. And to think and adapt during battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. That doesn't sound very intimidating. The Red Balloon. However, the creature will only appear where there is a raging flame. You may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain balloons and depositing them at a gutted campfire. This should suffice to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor until it is ripe to burst in a conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. Okay, so now I need to go... where's Questland? Questland is south of here. Yeah, one of the things I do like about the map as well is that each of these little circles that you find here, the color determines what type of basic event it is. If it's like blue like these, it's for a fate, which is basically these kind of specially localized mini quests you can do. If they're red like this, they're for the quests that you have available. If they are green, they are for what are called leave quests in this game, which is something you can unlock in various areas to give you basically like a boatload of XP for certain kind of classes, stuff like that. I don't think I have anything like that unlocked here, though, so I'm not really able to show those off yet. I think next one I find, I'll try to show off one of the leave quests. Apparently you advance a quest, so let's talk to you first. A haughty houseboy. What do you want? The missus paid me good coin to bring her good-for-nothing husband home. Okay. Your guild don't mean nothing to me. The missus paid me... What in the hells? A room of me own here at the Cork, plus all the ale I can drink, fully paid, courtesy of Gogolata? Get out of my way! I'm gonna go give that man a piece of me mind. Okay. I'll assume I did a good thing. Also, I love when an enemy called a Shroud Hare is a slug, rather than like a rabbit of some kind. Oh, here are the quest enemies. So take out a bunch of these. Yeah, because stabbing a fireball is always a good idea. Oh god. Don't hurt me. Alright, need more fireballs. And big attack. Yeah, it does like triple the damage of my regular skills. Oh god. Like this, I'd probably recommend not using any AoE attacks if you don't have to. You don't necessarily need these little slug things. You're basically just pissing everybody off. Oh, apparently it's actually they form in groups. Apparently, that's why we're aggroing all the other ones too. So never mind my comment. And more aggroing, because that's fun. Tunes. And apparently my inventory is now 100% full. Oh, that's what those guys are. Okay. Yeah, so these guys with the like little, almost like yellow gold or bullseye things, these are creatures that advance what's called a hunting log, where you basically get bonus experience if you kill like X amount of them. If I get, in this case, 3 of these guys killed, I get like a bunch of bonus XP. Which I'm always a fan of. Well, I don't need this many. Apparently I'm fighting the entire tribe. Oh god, I'm actually hurting. Difficulty rank. Oh, for the hunting log. I basically have access to stronger monsters now for my hunting log stuff. Oh, okay, trial's ready. Alright. Now we're on to the actual hard one. This guy will mess you up if you don't fight him right. So yeah, if you're familiar with the Final Fantasy characters in general, we're about to fight Ifrit. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. O mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhood. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg of you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Voice acting. I'm protected. Oh, mighty Ifrit. My one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. To bear our fangs off. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine aberrant kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. The Ring of Fire. And boss time. Oh, we have 2 limit break bars. That's kind of cool. Okay, I need to stay away from your attacks. Because, ow, like that. Oh, I did not use the right attack. Keep an eye out for any special moves. Hell yeah, I actually stunned him in time. I think. Oh. Yeah, it's fights like this, but it's important to have a tank who knows what he's doing. Excuse me. Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. Whoosh. Oh. Nail. Trim the nails. I'm glad I probably could just keep fighting Ifrit and be able to kill him in time, but... Oh crap, I didn't kill it fast enough. Okay, now everything explodes. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, we just died.
That was a wipe.
Yeah, that's because nobody else was attacking the nail. Yeah, when you see the nail, attack the nail. Yeah, these trials are kind of like puzzles in that sense. You have to figure out ways not to get the insta kill put onto you. That was the first time I've died in this character. No eruption for you. It's verboten. That one I can't stop. I suppose I didn't really need to use disembowel there, but oh well. It refreshes my buff. Get the nail! Ow. Yay, people are actually helping this time. I hope we got it fast enough. We didn't get it fast enough, did we? Okay, we did. Because it didn't do like 1 billion damage. Also, braver! Oh god. Oh crap, it still got me. Okay, I'm in the safe zone now. Get him! Oh, he did. It's a tiny gem. Yeah, this is technically part of the main storyline, so that's why this scene actually has like proper meaning to it. I mean, it's honestly, it's not really that much of a spoiler, honestly, even if it's part of like the main quest. One more crystals, and I can enter Ganon's tower. But yeah, so we'll save the rest of it for story for later for anybody who's actually interested in playing for themselves. Also, yay for winning the thing. Unfortunately, there's no equipment you can get from these trials, but honestly, the fights themselves are pretty intense enough as it is. Duty, I got a commendation. I got 2 commendations. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think people like the fact that I was actually attacking the right enemy for a change, compared to everybody else. All right, so Sanctus is apparently poofed.
Yeah, I popped out and I got attacked by like 6 same level creatures.
Yeah, the G-turn beaters. I don't. Please don't die. That is not recommended.
Well, where were you? You were busy watching a cutscene. How dare you enjoy the game?
Well, I was running off at least a good part of it. So at this point, yeah, I'm in the same spot. Trying to farm my balloons.
I'm going to quickly check on my daily crafting quests.
The leave quest, you
See
mean?
if I get my seals quest for Twin Adler.
Oh, that thing. Also, just Adder, not Adler.
Adler.
Adlers are not things. Also, I have 1,000 hit points now. I feel strong. Oh god, please don't die. Don't do this. Oh, he doesn't actually die from that. Good to know. Do I actually have all the things I need?
Fight, yay!
From Crizzle Bizzle?
From Pixel Dust.
Oh, somebody different, actually. Okay. Yeah, because like every time I log in, like once an hour, I get a free company invite from somebody named Crizzle Bizzle. And apparently he doesn't get the message by the fact I haven't joined yet that I don't want to join.
Maybe.
Also, I used that combo out of order, so it did like 1/10 of the damage it normally does. So, Under key items. Okay, so I do already have that one set up. Now there's gonna be the big bomb over here I need to fight. I just need to not die. Sense a hostile presence. Yeah, I'm not taking the risk. I think he only gets bigger too as the fight goes on. Oh, I need to... Lace spikes? The hell is that?
I am returning to Limsa to do my Arcanist quest. Yes.
Alright, I can actually join once I get my quest finished up, because I think I just need to turn mine in now. I'll also go ahead and finish up these guys for the hunting log. It's the Ifrit experience. Okay, that's all of them. Alright, so head up this way. Run! Oh, my chocobo, damn it. Yeah, I think I might actually like go to my retainer first and try to drop some of my items off before I head back to you. Just as a heads up.
You do that.
Yeah, once I get the quest turned in, I'll do the retainer, then I'll head to you. You have vanquished the red balloon. No less than what I would expect from one of your Waynes. Your enemy altered its nature throughout the encounter, thereby causing the terms of battle to shift repeatedly. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change. But was you, or so it was, that you emerged triumphant. I am not known for being liberal with my praise, but you have done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you license to forsake your training. You are still but a fledgling among us, after all. I have finished with you. You may report back to your Wayne. When you do, tell that young upstart that I demand he show his face here from time to time. That is all. Apparently Daddy's angry. Now I get to head back home. I think I get a new lance from this class reward, but I don't know if it's actually going to be any better than what I currently have or not. I need to... I think I do need to use the Aetherite Shard to get to the Lancer Guild. Yeah, because each class has its own guild that you basically report to and get your class quest from that way. And most of them have like some kind of teleporter that's nearby their area. For example, here is the Lancer Guild. The Wailing Barracks. It's fancy. A lot of people whose names are sometimes hard to pronounce. Old Vauclair demands I show my face. I can only assume the buxom brunette of the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves. Very well. I shall see what I can do. As for you, Aaron, well done. I never doubted that you would meet with the approval of all 3 men, yet I am no less proud of you for having done so. You have traveled far along the Lancer's path, and soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, you need overcome but one further trial to complete your education here. Do so, and I will give you my blessing to leave the Lancers Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. As ever, apply yourself to your lance work. Return when you are ready for your final challenge. I look forward to our next meeting. Okay, so I get a lance for sure, which is actually a little bit better. I also get a bunch of other equipment as options. Actually, they're all improvements. Yeah, these are all basically like dungeon gear. All level 17. And let's go with the armor, because that's the biggest visual change. A new armor. Velveteen shirt. That looks pretty casual. Alright. May as well get my next quest started while I'm here, since I need level 30 and I'm well above that. Lance charge. Increase damage dealt by 15% for 20 seconds. Ah, Aaron. Ever a sight for sore eyes. By your return, I take it you are ready for the final trial. Very well. Let us... Guildmaster Ywain! You are wounded. What has happened? We are attacked, sir, by a Duskrite Lancer, as we trained in the forest. He was impossibly strong. Demon. He kept screaming something about teaching us true courage. No, not him. Not Fulke. We were in the northwest corner of the Central Shroud when it happened. I was able to get away, but the others... You must help the others. The others. Be strong, man. I'm sorry, Aaron. The trial must wait. Pray make haste to the Central Shroud and help your comrades. And Aaron, if Fulke or force your hand, do what must be done. Full speed, you're on your way. Alright, this sounds like an emergency. We'll put this off until about, like, 2 weeks later. So now I need to go see about the retainer. I think the amphitheater is the closest one to the retainer. Amphitheater. Head this way, yeah. Okay, I've already got my gear set updated. Sprinting, because gotta go fast. Apparently there's another if that Charlotte would have been closer, but oh well. And you can also use the retainers to do like various resource farming as well, and other kind of cool stuff. Now that I can actually hire a retainer. Well, customize your retainer okay, we already know that. Hire a retainer. Excellent. We have quite a few men and women on our list, so I invite you to describe the retainer you desire down to the most minute detail. The kind of weird thing is that you can actually basically like do another character creation out of all this. You can choose like exactly who you want to have as your retainer among all the races and genders. Now, let's do Makote because, you know, even Makote is still cute. Seeker of the Sun or Keeper of the Moon. Let's go with Seeker of the Sun. I think there's like a randomized appearance. What kind of face paint is that? And not a fan of the long hair. Yeah, I'm just gonna do random until I find something I like particularly like. Okay. Oh my god, the pompadour. That hair. Why is that hair an option? There's more hair than head. Yeah, the randomized appearances can sometimes give you interesting visuals. Oh, that's actually not too bad right there. I kind of like that. I mean, maybe a little too much bangs, but you know what? I like that. I'll go with that. Let's save it. No, just for this particular character. Finalize appearance. I can think of several retainers that are exactly as you describe. Oddly enough, they have strikingly different personalities. If you'd be so kind as to state a preference, that would be most helpful. Oh, so I think this determines basically like what kind of lines of dialogue they give with you, stuff like that. I can kind of see the Sephiroth thing, yeah. I think Sephiroth also had like the 50-foot long bang, stuff like that too. Alright, so what kind of personality do I want for my retainer? There's polite, kind of formal, not really interested in that. Rough, no. Serious, no. Carefree, maybe. Independent, not really sure. Let's go lively. That sounds fun. Wait, I can choose nothing as a personality? I just realized that. I don't know if I want that.
Sure you do. You want nothing for a personality.
I don't want a robot.
Robot.
My retainer must have a charisma score higher than 2. Very well, I have just the individual in mind. When summoned, this retainer will greet you just so. Just the handsome fellow I was hoping to see. Tell me your heart's desire. Okay, just for that particular line, I'm imagining this is basically Lucifer from the show Lucifer. One where he's literally a crime-solving devil. And when dismissed, this retainer will bid you farewell just so. Then I have satisfied your every need? Excellent. I do so take pleasure in servicing my clients. What kind of services are you offering? That might still be a yes, but... Excellent. It is also customary to give a retainer an appellation of one's own making. A nickname, as it were. We find this deepens the bond between our clients and their retainers. I was not prepared for this. Okay, so at least 3 characters long and contain letters, apostrophes, and hyphens. Please note, however, that hyphens cannot be used in succession or placed immediately before or after apostrophes. Can I do space? I cannot do spaces, damn it. That's annoying. I mean, like, half the nicknames out there are like multiple words. Why not let me use space? This is very restrictive. Just call him Catman. Na 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 Catman. Hire the services of Catman? Hell yeah. One moment, please, while I draft the proper documentation. The name you have chosen is not available. Boo! You do Cat hyphen man? Cat hyphen man? There we go. I've hired the retainer of Cat hyphen man. Is now in your employ. I got around the system. You can summon your new retainer by using the nearby bell. If you have any further questions or requests, please do not hesitate to ask. You send Catman to the markets in Gridania. Where's the bell? Okay, here we go. Summon Catman. A retainer's many tasks. Once a retainer is summoned, you can entrust her... It should be him or her. You can entrust them with gil or items, as well as have them put entrusted items up for sale in the markets. Additionally, you can also send them afield on adventures. To entrust an item to or retrieve an item from your retainer, simply drag it from one inventory window to the other. To transfer gil, click on the gil transfer button to open a separate window. Entrust items. So... Right ticket? Oh, okay. I think all of these are like actual ingredients of some... Why do I have shoes? Actually, you know what? Inner sell items. Oh, and I can sell directly. Okay, that works too. I want to keep that because that's actually like an equipment. Rook. Well, do my weapons actually stay on here? Okay, the ones I craft do. Hmm. Oh yeah, I got that. I don't actually need that, but apparently I can't sell it. Yeah, everything's actually like material, so I don't know if I can. Oh, I can sell these. Okay. I don't have any more of those elegant pieces. I don't think. Oh, damn! I got a lot of those. Hello, 3,700 gil.
Very nice.
I have a toad.
Now you just need a major craft so you can make lots of gil.
Okay, so if you have components or ingredients in with your retainers inventory, can you still craft with them, or do you need to like take them out?
No, you need to take them out. I wish you could do that. That's
nice. Annoying. Okay, so how can I sort this? Sort. Oh, I got more stuff I can sell. That's another 5,000 gil. Those. I don't think I really need any reagents because I'm not really planning doing our alchemist for like a while. Items. Sell all my reagents. Granted, they don't really sell for anything useful, but. So I can sell that?
I did not expect that. The guild master for Arcanist is actually a Makote.
Nice. Why can't I sell that? Oh, there it is. Hummus. Latex. Formic acid. Acidic secretions. That sounds like something you should just have in your pouch at all times. Honestly, just getting rid of reagents is freeing up a lot of inventory space. That looked like a watermelon at first. Apparently that's a green megalo crab shell. This is a very, very different thing. Don't I already have that? Oh, I'll wait about that later. Need a copy of Doug. Oh yeah, I need to put those inside my in thing. I don't know where I turned those in. Perform voucher. I'll worry about that later. Got a bunch of stone, got lumber, leather, bone, stone. Got some ingredients. So I'm also not planning on being a chef for a while, so I can probably sell a lot of these.
Be a chef, cook food. Yes, do it.
No way to like mass select items. Having to do these individually is really annoying.
Unfortunately, no.
I guess not or the similar can't be like 100% perfect. No, not search. Oh, if only these were actually worth money. Ingredients. I mean, theoretically, I could just sell these on the market, but that'd probably take a lot more time than I would actually really care for. It also might be a lengthier process to do too.
Well, that's what you do is you give it to your retainer and then have the retainer sell it. And then you get the guild. Why not? It takes 5 seconds to put it up. Do it.
I only have a bunch of dyes. None of which are colors I'm interested in. Well, okay, so Just a retainer. Actually, I might be able to sell the dice for something decent. How do I... Here. Check that out later. Glamour Prism. No. Need either of those. Dark Matter, Vesper Bay Aetherite ticket. Saucer ticket. Foods. Which don't really do that much, actually. So, I'll trust retainer, see if I can maybe sell those for something. And I'm not planning on doing weaving for a while, so I'll entrust those. I'm planning on doing conjure for a while, so that. Okay, now I got like half my space available again, so there we go. Alright, so that. Oh, there's that item buyback option. Okay, so get the die back. If I can actually sell that in the market. Sell items in your retainer's inventory on the market. Selling an item in the markets. If you have a retainer in your employ, you can have them place items for sale up on the markets. A 5% tax is charged to every sale. To put an item up for sale, you must first entrust it to your retainer. Next, select the item from their inventory and decide upon a selling price. The number listed in the list represents the buying price offered by NPCs. Items that are untradeable or bound to you cannot be sold to other players, therefore you'll be unable to move them from your retainer's inventory to the market window. So, get some dice out in the market. Actually, search for item? That doesn't really tell me anything. Okay, so probably need to go to the market first to find out actual prices. I'll worry about that part later then. Alright, so I got inventory space now. So, where are you currently at?
I'm at the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Lordex.
Yeah, I don't want Lenosia. I don't get like the big map. Lenosia. Limsa. Lower deck, you said?
Yes, at the Arcanist Guild.
Go to. I need to go to this one first, apparently. That is 600 gil for me to travel. Technically, I could save money by going to the actual ship dock, but eh. Faster.
This is all terrible gear. You know why? Because I can make the high quality versions of all this stuff.
This way.
Even the quest reward of the new grimoire was insufficient. You know why? Because I had already made a high quality grimoire for my character.
Fellow adventurers are having difficulty summoning their retainers. If you wish to offer your assistance, you will find these trouble souls in Limsa Laminsa, Gridania, and Ul'dah. The rewards will be the same regardless of whom you help, so do not hesitate to aid the adventurer of your choice. What is this? An ill-conceived venture. Something weighs heavily on the adventurer's mind. Bloody hells, I ain't got time for this. Friend, you look like the helpful sort. Mind handling a meddlesome folk task, or a task for a man in need. Your retainer, he reckoned he had what it took to go on an adventure in Skull Valley with not more than what I gave him. But now the little bugger's up and vanished. Probably got eaten by a dodo or some such. Any road, if you happen to come across his remains in Western Lenosia, I'd like you to inform the local watch so they can set about notifying his kin. Okay, so I need to find a dead retainer. That's fun.
Yay for dead retainers. Oh wait, sorry.
Yay? Question mark? Morally questionable question mark? Alright, so I see you on the map.
Maybe. Yes.
I don't think I put my new lance yet. Rank Vitality and critical hit. Yeah, a little bit better. Better than nothing. Now that is a hat. That is absolutely a hat that exists in this world.
This is very true. 1 second here. Ooh. Cannot equip gear to head, but the cowl is pretty nice. I'm looking at my upgrades real quick I can make.
Okay, what other abilities am I going to get? True North. What? Apparently I get an ability at level 50 for like all physical classes or whatever, called True North. Nullifies all action requirement or action direction requirements. Not sure what that means actually. Action
Nullifies?
Yeah, nullifies all action direction requirements.
Oh, I see. Okay, so there's actions where it requires you to be either behind or in front or to the side of a monster, and what happens is using that ability, you can ignore it and be in any position you want around the mob.
Which, as far as I can tell, is only Pugilist as far as like the physical classes go.
I'm sure as you progress in your class, there's going to be specific other abilities that require you to be on certain positions on a mob. You'll learn them, but then when you hit 50, that kind of is the game breaker there for you, because then you can be anywhere. You can position yourself anywhere.
Well, I'll say for like the regular Lancer stuff, none of mine are based on like my position relative to the enemy. Oh, no, wait, never mind. So my level 50 ability does like a little bit extra damage when attacked from the target's rear.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
There you go. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. So that way you can ignore it, you know. But I'm sure you don't get the damage boost if you do it from anywhere else. But you can do it from anywhere else, which is nice.
Well, I think I think it would allow you to actually get the higher damage out of it. But in this case, it's not really that much more damage. It's more so the fact that the combo. It's more the combo effect that's actually better on this round. If I do it as a combo, it does a little bit extra base damage, plus a damage over time effect. So that's actually a little bit more important than the actual other thing.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's like the one ability in Lancer I have that actually has any kind of direction requirement. Anyway, on to your class quest.
Stop it.
What must thou do?
I have already been in my class quest.
I assume you have another one set up to be done soon.
At level 30.
Okay, so yeah, I've got my level 30 started right now, so. Your voice did weird things just now.
There we go. Sorry, my connection kind of sucks. Okay, so you get class quests every 5 levels. So
Yep.
your next one will be in like 2 levels. Mine will be in 4 levels.
Well, once I get my level 30 completed, at least.
Do you require any high quality leather or cloth gear?
I don't believe so. I think. Actually, not sure what most of mine technically counts as. Doesn't really say. Smith, Weaver, Worker. Actually, I guess yeah, Weaver and Leatherworker is what I have for most of my stuff, but. Yeah, for the most part, actually, I still want to do some more combat. Actually, let's try to do some leave quests. I haven't shown those off to my viewers yet.
Maybe.
So now I gotta find a good place around here for that. I don't know what areas are good for like what levels, unfortunately. I can't really look for Somerford Farms. I think it's more like the mid-teens. Lenosha. I think Aleport. Oh, apparently there's one quest I'm looking at. Let's. No, that's also in the teens. We can probably head up here actually. Okay, so join me in Aleport in Western Lenosha. They do have a regular quest I can get done there. We can try to find a place with more leave quests.
If you teleport there, I can also ride your teleport. It'll take me there with you.
That works too.
Good. All right.
Yeah, I've also got a load of guild that I have no idea what to do with right now. Alright. So, actually, Actually, I'm gonna do a quick repair in my gear, because it's been a while since I've done that. Thankfully, repairing is dirt cheap. The repairing equipment is actually so cheap, I don't even know why it's a feature. Because even at like level 1, it only costs you like 1% of your gold to actually repair your gear after a while. Alright, so do a quick quest thing here. And after this, we'll start heading west, which I think has a lot more like higher level enemies. Oh, that's a flying mount. Danger area. You do not appear to be following me. Why has thou forsaken me?
To repair my equipment. I'll be there in just a sec.
Thou hast forsaken me. That's a hostile presence. A murderous mantis. You attacked a poor hedge mole. How could you? Oh, it's on the cutscene. I don't know what you think you saw, but I assure you that I had everything under control. What? That oaf presumed me to be dead? What does he think I am, some wet behind the ears weakling? You could have at least shown some remorse for furnishing me with such poor equipment. Well, speak of the Sahagin. A moment. About bloody time. Do I sound dead to you? Fine, but you're buying the first round. Simulate have mercy, I'm not getting paid nearly enough for this work. I hope you treat your retainers with more respect, sir. Anyway, courtesy dictates that I thank you for your intervention. To that end, I ask that you seek out Fridwib in East Hawker's Alley. Tell her what you did, and I'm sure she'll reward you handsomely. Farewell. Yeah, the leader of Limsa Laminza is the most cat-like, non-cat person in the game. Every time I look at her face, it's like, how are you not a cat? Alright. This way. You have a yellow bar above your hit points.
Yes, do you like that yellow bar?
What is that yellow bar? Is that for like your pet's hit points or something?
Negatory, that is my additional boost against damage.
Oh,
It gives
nice.
me 30% of my bar temporarily
That's
to
cool.
protect me. So it's nice.
Actually, this area might be too strong, because I'm noticing these are like level 45 fates coming up ahead. Take a quick look, though. Look at level 16. That's still reasonable.
Only level 44s here.
Yeah, that might be a bit. That might be a bit much.
We can take it, why not?
I mean, if it's like 2-on-1, maybe, or patient enough. Although, so probably not. I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah. What is a good level, like upper 20s, low 30s area? Actually, I think I know the place. 22. Be in Gridania. I don't know. I was questing here last time I played, and it was kind of about that level. Black Shroud. It was okay. Apparently, it's North Shroud. I have a level 28 quest there. Balgord Flute. Hopefully, there are lead quests here. That's kind of specifically what I'm trying to find.
Maybe.
Delivery Moogle. Doesn't seem like there's one here. Eek. Chocobo Keep. I think they would show up on the map. Maybe not. Road? I don't think they do actually, because I noticing one area where there is for sure a leave meet or a leave quest person. Not seeing a mini map icon for it. Maybe there is one somewhere around here and I just don't know where he is. Actually, I can turn this quest in real quick since I'm here. Gogolata. It would seem your efforts were a success. My wife's associates just stopped by a moment ago. Seems he wanted to express his gratitude in person. Downed a pint of ale and dashed right out to his room, where he's sleeping quite soundly if his rather conspicuous snoring is any guide. Ah, the comforts of life on the road. I get rings. Not really anything overly useful. Good. Ring slot. No. I mean, critical hit would be kind of nice. Yeah, let's go with the critical hit ring. I already have that, I think. No. Okay, that's not really that much better. Yeah, let's go with it. A little bit more health. Get my gear set. So, let's try to find a leave meet. I'm assuming there's going to be one in this area somewhere. By assuming, I mean hoping. Chocobo Keep. Level 25 Fate. Not in here. The Bender. Stuff over there, maybe? Livery Moogle. Serpent Lieutenant. Not there. Yeah, maybe there isn't. I'm probably going to be spending a lot of gilds trying to find a leave meet for our level. Yeah, there's not one in here that I'm going to assume they're not. Yeah. Nope. So let's... I know there's something in... Shroud? Camp Tranquil. I think that would sound theoretically about right. I think there was one at Camp Tranquil. Also, Quarry Mill. The Quarry Mill, for a fact, I know has one. Let's go there instead. I think it was that lead meet I unlocked during like the end of my last play session. I think it's like level 25, something like that, so it should be pretty decent for our level.
Are you sure?
Okay, here's the leave meet. Battlecraft. Yeah, level 25. We can work with that, I think. Doesn't get that much experience, actually, as far as I'm concerned. Quarry Mill. Quarry Mill. Quarry Mill. Yeah, I think it all is in the general region. Alright, so I'm... Okay, so of the level 25 leave quests, which ones are available for you? Just make sure we can get access to the same ones.
Battlecraft leaves?
Yeah, level 25.
More Than Meets the Eye, Refugee Run, Up the Creek, Necrogos.
Okay, I don't have Up the Creek, I have Ropalope. Apparently 3 of them we share right now, so...
Go for it.
Put these. Alright, then... ISO. You can actually... Is there any way to actually share quests that you're aware of?
Yes, open up log, shift click, and it'll put it into chat.
Doesn't seem to be doing anything. I can click and drag? No. Can't right click. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be giving me the option. Unless I have to click these manually like this. it's not letting me do anything with that. I guess maybe just accept the quest yourself?
Do you have it? Do you have it accepted already? Or
So I've got Refugee Raw, More Than Meets the Eye, and the Necrologos.
Refugee Raw and Necrologos. I have both. So take one. Choose one.
And you also have More Than Meets the Eye? You have More Than Meets the Eye.
Yes.
Okay. So that one's like literally just north of here, so we'll do that one first. Alright, so right about here. Do More Than Meets the Eye. Initiate. Max level. Okay, apparently the my experience reward is actually lower because I'm too high level for this. It is unfortunate. Specified item. Wait. I've used an item? Wait. Okay. Okay, I probably should have read what... Okay, use a large pollen cluster to reveal the target's true form, then defeat it. Also treasure. I got a high potion. The large pollen cluster. Wait. Oh, I have the wrong item linked, that's why. Okay, use large pollen cluster. Okay, so I need to use it on one of the plants. Here. Back here. Yep. No effect. Okay, so I guess that's not the right one. Okay, I guess we did kill one already somehow. Need to find another one. Poisonous fly trap. Where are you? Wait. Oh, there's more up here. Okay, I guess they just spawn in like certain spots, I guess. Okay. Damn it. Stop interrupting me.
I have died.
Well, why did you go away from me first off? I mean, the point of doing these is to do them together so we have less chance of dying individually. Apparently you left the party?
It force kicked me out when I had to return back to Gridania because I died.
That's a
And you
weird
can't
feature.
survive. Yeah.
Why would he kick you out of the party?
I don't know why it kicked me out. And I cannot invite you because you are on a duty. So have fun.
Well, that's stupid. Or, huh. I mean, it also mentioned a different area, but that hasn't stopped me before.
That's okay. I accidentally chained in with like a level 33 imp, devilish imp. So it kind of killed me. That's what killed me.
But yeah, next time, stay near me. That way I can at least try to tank some of the damage.
Well, you must finish up the duty, but then let me know.
Well, I'm about to leave me right now ready to turn it in, so... Actually, do you still have progress for the quest? Is it ready to turn in for you?
Eh?
Yeah, the More Than Meets the Eye, are you able to turn it in right now?
No, because I failed.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess I just turned mine in. Awarded a bonus based on difficulty, based on speed of completion. Come on. Come on, Eddie. Stay down. Hey. Alright, so I guess, okay, so I can invite you back to the party. Right. So come on back to here. This is the quarry mill in South Shroud.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, so let's try another one. And apparently, one of the other ones is one of the other leap quests is in the exact same spot. Okay, so this time I'm actually going to read what the quest is before I start it up. I should have done last time. So, Refugee Raw. 5 summers have passed since the calamity, and yet poor souls seeking succor continue to arrive in Quarry Mill with each turn of the sun. Though our humble hamlet no longer has the room to provide these refugees with shelter, we feel that it is at least important to supply them with whatever provisions we can before sending them back on their journeys. See our storehouses remain stocked with food. We are petitioning the services of adventurers to hunt the nearby wood for raw antelope meat, which we will then smoke and jerk. Okay, so I guess we just fight antelopes. And initiate. Alright. Kill the stags. Shunk. More targets over this way. And probably aggroed both of them. Hey, what are you doing? Hi. Okay, I guess the antelope loins are not actually guaranteed for each kill. That's one thing to note, I guess. We're up here. Hi. Leave my friend alone. Okay, so I think we still need one more. More over here. Complete, so do not return just yet. We have another one just to the south of us we can also do. I suppose it would have been maybe slightly faster to teleport, but oh well. And maybe. South and east. Apparently there's a fate nearby too we could probably start up. Yeah, let's do the fate first. Get more XP. Our scouts report that goblin merchants have met with a band of poachers at a nearby camp to parlay the sale of unlawfully obtained hides. Talks, however, do not seem to be going well, as the two parties have begun fighting. This provides us with a perfect opportunity to strike 2 birds with 1 stone. Good adventurer, would you assist my unit in our ambush of these outlaws? Sure. Excellent. Hurry to the campsite while where there's still chaos. So, right here. Oh, they're all Mikotes. I don't want to fight them, they're too adorable. Shunk. Hello there. Eddie, why? Why you do this? Why must you claw at my face? Are you not loved? A bunch of aggros. Andy. Fine. Oh yeah, stunned. That's what happened. Okay. We're dead. Alright, okay, complete. Got 4,400 experience. Hell yeah. Alright, now we can actually do the Necrologos Olidius separation. Oh, those are words. A half-crazed cultist belonging to the Lambs of Dalamud was taken into custody after running naked through New Gardania's Aetheryte Plaza, screaming strange obscenities at the awestruck passerby. Though thorough questioning revealed little about who she was or when she came, her speech was littered with the mention of the South Shroud and a forbidden tome known as the Necrologos, as well as a cat who blocks my screen. While it may simply turn out to be the ramblings of this poor, addle-brained soul, come on, Eddie. Stillglade Fane must be certain that a copy of the tome is not lying somewhere in the forest, waiting to be found by an unknowing bystander. They seek volunteers to travel south, search the area, and destroy any pages they might find. So we get to burn books. Alright, so... Okay, poisonous fly traps again. Gather all missing pages of the Necrologos and defeat the creature summoned from within. One chewed Necrologos page. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And more creatures up here. Yeah, minimap is definitely your friend. Well, there's some parchments. Burn the heretics. A creature is summoned from the Necrologos. Golden Tongue? Figgy Pudding is the monster we're fighting. That's a great name. Alright.
Nice.
I got 4 high-quality hunks of pudding flesh. That sounds delicious.
Chunks of pudding flesh.
High quality chunks of pudding flesh, thank you very much. Alright, turn these in. Board. Difficulty and speed. Good chunk of that. Then this one as well. And I'm now level 34. Andy, why? How do you do this? Alright.
Apparently I am just assisting and I cannot turn it in. Or something.
That's stupid. Do you still have them available to do then? Supposed to?
Yes. Yes, I do.
We could take care of them on your side, I guess. You probably get more experience out of them than I would, too. Or we're closer to the appropriate level.
Actually, they're kind of weak sauce. 3,800 experience is not a lot.
Well, yeah, but it's better than nothing. And it is on top of the experience you get from killing the monsters, too.
Maybe.
Which also doesn't seem to be that much, actually. Yeah, I think really the best ways of leveling up are actually just doing, like, dungeon stuff like that.
True that. Okay.
Are we doing the leave quest then, or something else?
I don't know.
Well, let me double check what dungeons I have. Actually, I think I do have a quest that gives me access to a new dungeon. Gotta find out which one that is. It's not that one. Not that one. Oh. AirPods. Hello, Halatali, okay. The Netric has told you of a training ground in eastern Thanalan known as the Halatali. Find its entrance and there speak with one Flame Private Fafajoni. Thanalan. Okay, so going to Camp Drybone. And then going south, so I'm going to unlock a new dungeon for myself. That should be some decent experience. I think it's like a level 20 quest, so.
Sounds good.
Alright, then we gotta head south. Unfortunately, south is kind of a weird way to go to from here. Gotta go all the way up first.
Yeah, I'll do one more dungeon with you, and then I'm going to get some sleep.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit on the late side.
Tomorrow, I hate to go early, but you know how it is being a part handler.
Well, especially just work in general this past week.
Yeah, and Thursday is my busiest day because I still have to do polls for customer service and polls for getting all in one day, and it's all given to me, so yeah.
Yeah, and then there's me trying to deal with everything that keeps going wrong with like everything that happens like 50 times a day. Am I going the right way?
Yeah.
Hey, why do you have to be my way? This is not the right way. I need to go this way. Why do you have to aggro everything?
Because you know it's fun.
Yeah. Alright. Choose the equipment, apparently. And they all suck. Let's go with the money. I have a new regular duty. Halatali, level 20. Everything else is cleared out.
Fun one. Yes.
I'm
ready for it.
Alright. Registration complete. Now we just gotta find stuff to do in the meantime. The fate up here, that's a really super low level. What's over there? That's a little too high level. There's not a bad level. But we'll probably be able to get there in time. Let's see if we can head toward Welwick Wood. See if we can get to do the fate up there before the dungeon comes up. Sprint.
Better than sprint.
I don't have mounts yet.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I think I got like 4 or 5 more quests, including like 3 long cutscenes. So I can actually get to them.
If you stay much longer, you must progress and get your mount. Yes.
Well, I'll probably be finishing my stream in about like 35 minutes. Then I'll try to get myself to bed at a decent time. Emphasis on try. Also, that fate's like level 17. It's not really going to be worth it. You know, with my current gear, I kind of look more like a farmer than a lancer.
May.
Looks like I have just like a fancy pitchfork.
You know, this is right for alt goat leather farming. Kill all the goats you see, and I'll make you alt goat gear.
Will turn me into a goat. No quest, only fate. There's, I think, like a mender in there, or something like that.
I would.
Level 25 enemies. Tipsy Turlington. Okay, the fate's still all the way up here. Actually, there's a fate just south of here. That's closer.
You know what? Furbles, furbles are a nice farm too. Furball tufts.
Okay.
Are used for cloth craft.
Let's go do some cloth crafting stuff then. Oh damn, that one actually healed. Healing is not allowed.
Did I mention furball tufts are a very bad drop rate?
You did not.
I'll tell you right now.
How could you leave out key information like that? Alright, let's do the fade. Yeah, I think it's just a basic like fight the guy thing, maybe.
Yes, let's do it.
So, Kikern bandits have kidnapped several hybrid residents. They're looking to sell them off to the Amalja for tempering. Let's stop the foul dealing. So free the people. Fate joined. Oh, these are our allies. Okay. Kill the rodents. I didn't mean to do that. It kind of sounds sad when they die. Where are you running? I didn't say you could run. Play the mastermind, so I guess we have to find like a final boss at some point. Take him out. I'm assuming once we take care of all like the small fry. That reset, set back up. Here's the big boss. Fight me. He's actually pretty tanky, damn. Please die.
I think he has a lot of HP.
Just a little bit. I love how the brass blade is just like, I'm helping! Oh. Ah, crap, camera. Oh, there's still a rodent. He thinks he's gonna be useful. Oh, they're actually respawning.
Help. Oh, that's defeat.
Please stop dying. Actually, kind of getting to that point too. Oh god. Crap, I'm dead.
It happens.
I didn't think we'd be that like badly positioned for that though. Oh,
What
still waiting
level
on
was that fate?
like only 26.
I wondered, did it say how many party members are recommended?
There really, I don't think there is like a technical party size recommendation for those. Yeah, I think part of it too is I also don't really have like all the highest level gear at this point. I mean, outside of like my legs and my body, my other my other defensive equipment is only like level 17.
You need me to help you craft some excellent high quality leather working stuff.
Yeah, to cloth craft some leather because that works.
Yes, cloth craft and leather. Yes.
All right, so
How about I make you boar skin stuff, high quality?
now, as long as it's level 34 or below.
That it is.
Yeah, it would be kind of something to do at least in the meantime while waiting for the dungeon to come up. I think I might go out and try to do some like basic farming stuff for like low level crafting stuff. I apparently need a lot of lower level crafting for like blacksmith in order to make anything useful with carpenter.
Stop it.
I guess it's the same the other way around. So yeah, while you do your crafting, I can do some mining. I think I can show off the harvesting classes to the stream while I'm at it. So, I'm currently a mining class, which means I have access to mining various particular nodes. Oh, and never mind, we have the dungeon. I will not get to show off the harvesting. So, commence.
Maybe.
It is in fact guaranteed because it's already happening.
Maybe.
Many scary. Such fear. Wow. Alatali. Let's hope we actually have like a proper healer. Alright, men, and maybe women. Let's go! Okay, so they are a proper conjurist, so... Okay, somebody's apparently hyped. Look like they're in pajamas. Get back here. I can't wait till I get to a dungeon where I can actually use my fourth ability. Try to go after the weak ones first. Anyway. That is a lot of bad guys. Mighty. Fine. Okay, let us fight the things before you move. Oh god. Yeah, do not die to the explosions. Explosions hurt. Oh god. Anyway. We got ads. Hippie. I see meowing. Meow. Okay, where are the... Eddie, I see you meowing at me. Okay, there they are. Oh, that's actually a lot of them. Noxious? Andy, why? Are you not loved? Why must you do this? Meow! Eddie, this is like the worst time for you to be doing this. Fine. Eddie. Why though? We win. Oh, I'm totally needing that. Wait. Oh, okay. Body is carried away on the ethereal flow. Okay, he is definitely in pajamas.
Special pajamas.
With little Mugo slippers, too. Yeah, still trying to kill all the small fries. Hoot. Definitely don't need that. I got a roll of 96 on my need for that first item. I got an eye patch. Yay, new gear. Anyway.
Yeah, it helps. The doctor's ring bands are better.
Triggering all the traps. Does he think he is a rogue? My god. But we don't need more enemies yet. More loot. Oh, I wish I could use that. This guy's way too enthusiastic.
He knows because he's good. Dance.
Uh-oh. Lightning sprites. Take him out. Hi, Eddie. Fine. Oh, God. Levin shower. What? Why are you so wine? It's illegal to be this wine. What? Just keep meowing. Anyway. I can barely see what I'm doing, Eddie. All because you demand attention.
Three loots.
Oh, I am so taking that. Damn. I can equip that? Oh, I can only... Oh, I can only greet it for some reason. I already have that. I don't need that. My cat is providing crucial support for my success as a Lancer. Her words have never been spoken. Holy crap, I lagged behind. Have I been going the right way? Okay, I have. I think. I hope. God damn it. Okay, now I have no idea how to get to where you guys are. This is great. You know, up to here, there's gotta be some kind of teleporter in here, right? Okay, there's a teleporter.
Look, there's a treasure chest right in the middle of the area. Totally not inconspicuous at all.
It's not a tarp. Oh,
Not at
cutscene.
all. It's definitely not a mine.
Well, that looks like a thing. I need to game. Alright, please make sure they get away from me. Actually, no, we opened up that chest.
Maybe. Don't do it. It's a mime. Also, where are you?
I'm trying to get up here. Yeah, I think I got lost because I got distracted from Eddie. I couldn't even see the teleporter. I think you guys just like walked somewhere. Oh, that's probably not what I wanted to do. Oh, he's invulnerable. Oh, not enough damage. what? Stop being immune. Yeah, we won, apparently.
Yeah. Well done.
Apparently we're a party of 3 Makotes and an actual cat. Just now noticing this. Alright, so loot. Don't need that. Earrings.
Let's say you want the grimoire.
No, I'm good.
I would like it. It is better.
I'll greed the ear cuffs, but I don't really need it. And I probably got the ear cuffs. Is that actually any better? Probably not. Anyway. And no commendations. I am not surprised. I did kind of go AWOL for like a quarter of the dungeon. But yeah. Alright, so I think at this point I'm going to just do a little bit more of the main quest line, see if I can actually finally get to my mount. So I need to go Ulda. Oof. Here. Probably inside. Yeah. I think I can go there, actually. I need to go this way. Wow, that's an FPS drop. Yeah, I've been comfortably at like 144 FPS this entire gaming session. Now I'm at like 40. All because I'm in a city.
Nice.
Here.
All right. Unfortunately, I must go to bed.
Yep, it's about that time, yeah.
All right. Have a good one.
Yep.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. But time for a bunch more cutscenes. Then see if I can actually finally show off my mount, and then I might head off for the night myself. There's way too much walking going on. I probably should have just taken the Aetherite shard to get here instead of like actually walking all the way. That would have been the smart thing to do. Okay, so I think I need to be outside of a party for this. So disband. Also, kind of minor things that I think your party members actually do stay the same even when you log out for a while. When you log back in, which is kind of a nice feature if you have like the same group of people you're playing with. Anyway, back to story.
And Roban as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Roban! where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Uldar!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Hey.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not.
Hey. Oh. I think there's a way to turn on auto text. Not that. There you go. Bunch of
Now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which grants us strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth.
Somebody petition?
In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you.
What is that?
Your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosperity.
That's what I'm trying to. Okay.
Prospers, so shall
Hippie.
Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Uldar!
Together we are one.
Anyway.
Your grace.
Raubon,
So tiny.
people of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who
Hey.
measured that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the Inferno, for we are by fire reborn!
That was a weirdly timed pause in the music.
Forsooth?
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
The Uldans have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Uldans do not shy from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, mothering his flames each time he is stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. Just like with certain eddies. Keeps getting in the way of the game screens. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless. Even assuming they had the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Be nice. Every time they do so, the Ul'dan send the forces to smite the primal. Though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood. It is a war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the immortal flames are eager to recruit more members. At such a desperate hour, an adventure of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Finally being comfy? Okay, free company petitions. You have been asked to sign a free company petition. To form a new free company, a player must first obtain the signatures of 3 other people who agree to become the founding members of the company. Wish to join, sign the petition. In this case, I do not. Well, out of curiosity, what's the details? Okay, so Sea Breeze would be the name of the free company. Yeah, close. No. Alright, so now I have to go to Limsa, I think Limsa Minsa, yeah. Okay, so that's at least right next to the Aetheryte chart, so that'd be nice and simple. Pity. What's with this? Like, I think it's probably like a level 1 quest of some kind. Yeah, level 1. It's not even worth changing classes or anything. Should be this way, right? Or not. Where do I go for the thing? Oh, okay, it's right there. So that, yeah, I just gotta keep going. Not a very good gathering spot. Oh, it's not supposed to be. Okay. Now for Limsa Laminsa's Remembrance Service. Yeah, this is basically the kind of another group's way of trying to get all the nations kind of aligned again, or under one purpose. Also, this is the most cat-like non-cat in the game, as far as I'm concerned. Just the face and hair just scream out cat to me.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Whirlwhib. Advance.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our Grand Company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilfir's bloody executioners. And together, we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa. I swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Hey, company.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishbuck
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomoro spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Gallian Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both, and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all.
Long live the Admiral!
Gather the lads!
to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
We all know you're following me. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsa Lominsa is plagued by two beast tribes. First are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. Then there is the primal Eddy, continues to be an obstruction to eyesight everywhere. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth, take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Liminson's backyard. That is to say, not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feud between the various factions. While they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If the Liminsons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect that they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words. The Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. Oh my god, again! I cannot wait until I make my own free company so I stop getting invites from him. Right. Aaron, this has been Philia. You are well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies? Well, delighted though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands, it would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. Now, those I think still have in my inventory a way to quick travel back to there. I will gladly use right now. Vesper Bay, I think that's it. Like, the sooner I can get my mouse, the better. Go away. At some point, I will have my own free company in here, and it will be kind of like for like the Discord server and everybody there who wants to join as well. For which I do need a total of 4 people, including myself, in order to get it started, kind of like the little tutorial thing you mentioned. And right now, I'm just one person away from that. So basically, the next person to join us on Final Fantasy XIV will be part of the founding members of my free company. In case that little bit of extra enticement means anything. I think to be like a founding member, it doesn't really matter what your actual level is. Why am I going this way? I think it only matters with like who the actual first person is, like if they're the right level and enough money for it, which I do have both in spades at this point. Hi. What are you doing? All right. Welcome back, Aaron. Were the Grand Company leader's words as illuminating as you hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Aaron. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer. Oh, we got Yakuza.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standing waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course.
I mean, they kind of were about the Calamity.
Rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the side of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
Yeah, he has a voice that you just want to punch.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Alright. So I'm going to be picking the officer of the place that I started the game with Gridania, so... It should be the Order of the Twin Adder, but it's also the... I forget what the full name is. I take it the Elder Seed Seer's words have touched your heart. Have you resolved to entwine your destiny with that of the Twin Adder? Yes. You have chosen wisely, my friend. The Elder Seed Seer will be overjoyed. Without further ado, let us speak of practical matters. In order to complete the enrollment procedure, you must report to the Adder's Nest. Eager to welcome you to Gridania's Grand Company. I dare say you know it well from your wanderings in New Gridania. Give your name to the personnel officer there, and he will guide you through the formalities. I have no doubt, but that your deeds will bring great honor to our order. When next we meet in Gridania, I shall be proud to call you brother. Head back home, because I want my damn mount. I want my mount. I want my mount. I want my mount. I need... Yeah, I think it's just up here. To you, or cutscenes. You are come to the Adder's Nest, headquarters of the Order of the Twin Adder. Ever do we welcome they who would toil in the Elemental's name for the good of our forest nations. I want to say this in Homer Simpson's voice from one of the episodes of The Simpsons. Hello. My name is Arancius. I believe you are expecting me. But I'd probably more be in long lines of commenting. I'm here to enlist if you will have me. Ah, might you be Arancius? I thought as much. Our recruitment officer sent word that you would be coming. It is a pleasure and an honor both to welcome you to our ranks. Now let me gather together the relevant documentation. Sir! Hey, that's my spear. What is it? Report. An urgent message from Americi Spire, sir. Our Highwind Skyways airship has taken fire from Imperial forces in the skies over the East Shroud. The vessel's engines were crippled, sir, and it was forced to make an emergency landing southeast of the Nine Ivies. Nine Ivies? Gods, this could not have come at a worse time. All but a handful of our forces are presently afield, dealing with the Ixal. Aaron, I know full well you have yet to be formally inducted to our ranks, but we have urgent need of your aid. In all likelihood, the airship was bearing civilians, and if the reports are accurate, it will have come down dangerously close to Garlean-occupied territory. Please make all haste to the area southeast of the Nine Ivies, locate the airship, and ascertain the status of the passengers. So, I'm not getting my mount, is what you're telling me. I talk to somebody else? Why? Why can't I just sign a paper and be good to go? So, yep. Okay, so I already have the card for that. I want to show the fat chocobo. Best mount in the world. Run, man, run! Oh. Well, I was trying to help, but apparently the game won't let me. Wait here. Not much is really going on with it right now, so it's not really worth joining at this point. I would say the music in this game is always amazing as well. That's another one of the benefits of it. Die. Instance quest time. Bye. Adventurer, what are you doing out here? No, wait. Let's find some cover first. Okay, you ran like 30-40 feet. The address nest sent you? I already know you're not an Imperial spy. You don't even have a uniform. Peace, friend. You mean you no harm. You're an engineer of Garland Ironworks, are you not? We were alerted to your plight and have come to rescue you. You are Arancius, I presume. I was told to expect an honorary serpent. My thanks for your aid, friend. never seen a craft of this design. It must be Garland's work. There's no end to the man's treachery? The secrets of Magitech belong in Imperial hands. They are not to be squandered on Eorzean savages. We are taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. Bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. Imperial scouts from Caesrum Oriens. They mean to requisition the ship. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Oh, only Final Fantasy VII reference. Tiny Bronco? But isn't that the Ironworks' latest creation? It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity. First since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. She was soaring, she really was. Those bastards blasted her out of the sky. Attend me all. The Ironworks' latest creation must not fall into Garlean hands. We shall strike them, swift and sure, and rescue Engineer Wedge. Aaron, I trust we can rely on your support. May the Matron watch over us. With me. An ambush! To arms! Fighting time. Oh, right, I'm leveled down. Actually, yeah. Focus on the DPSs. It's gone on long enough. That's a thing. Stop that. Oh, that did some damage. Where are you going? Where are you running? What is that movement speed? There. Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So, how's she look anyway? The auxiliary propeller is a dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tawny Bronco home. While you do your work, we shall keep watch over the perimeter. The enemy may yet be lurking nearby. As for you, Aaron, you have done more than your part today. I bid you return to the Adder's Nest and complete your enlistment. I pray there will be no further interruptions. When we next meet, let it be as fellow serpents of the Order. I just wanted to say sorry, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, if it hadn't been for you and the twin Adder lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. And you're dead, friend. Both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're very grateful. Alright. Oh, I can't do the quick... Okay. So I gotta spend money to get back. Hopefully this time I can get my damn mount. Sprint.
Twitch.
Alright. Aaron, it does my spirit well to see you returned. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at Nine Ivies. Lest you worry, the two engineers are safely on their way. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Biggs when you did, and helped us to rout the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. But without further ado, let us see to your induction. Well willing, there won't be any further interruptions. Now accept the next class job quest, because I'm level 35. Huzzah! Well, I still need to beat the level 30 quest. Anyway, more important stuff. Mounts. Personnel officer stands ready to complete your induction into the ranks. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I'll invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Well, that's official. We got 2 extra people in the area.
Oh no.
The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the Calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Seedseer Kane Sena, the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our standard, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals. Theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Aaron C.S., I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. The second one sounds a little violent. Yeah, this one seems good enough. Wood's will be done. Do you know the words of our grand company? That is well. Bound by this common belief, let us strive to preserve all that is good in this great nation. By the power vested in me, I assign you the rank of Serpent Private 3rd Class. You are now a man of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private CS, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. Hooray! Can I have my mount? Can you hear me, Aaron? This has been Philia. Don't care, want my chocobo. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private CS. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a Serpent of Gridania, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We'll be waiting. A distant call of a friend in need, perhaps. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with the High Servant Commander Vorsail Hiloi. I have no idea how to pronounce half these names. Before you depart, he may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. That was a quick and powerful glare.
Oh.
May now accept the quest My Little Chocobo Twin Adder by speaking with Vorsail Hiloi. This quest must be completed in order to proceed with the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Oh, okay. Order of the Twin Adder. Serpent Private 3rd Class. Grand Companies. You are now a member of a Grand Company and have been assigned the rank of Private 3rd Class. Your Grand Company and rank can be confirmed at any time under the Profile tab in the Character Interface under Character in the main menu. Grand Companies pay their members not in gil, but in company seals. You can confirm how many seals are currently in your possession under the Currency in the main menu. Seals can be earned by completing various Grand Company missions. A Grand Company Quartermaster is stationed at each Grand Company headquarters and will exchange items for company seals. Company seals are only redeemable with the Grand Company that issued them. Supply and provisioning missions. The Grand Companies of Eorza are in constant need of supplies and provisions to maintain their daily operations. Adventurers can earn experience points and company seals by crafting or gathering the items required and delivering them. Speak to a Grand Company personnel officer or one of the many officers stationed throughout the realm to complete the delivery. Items slot change every day, Earth time. They can be confirmed by selecting timers located under duty in the main menu. Chocobo. Mount. Vorsail believes this past time you were issued a personal chocobo. Ah, Private Cius. I understand you have been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. But tell me, have you ever felt as though you couldn't get to your destination quickly enough? That perhaps you could do with a swifter pair of legs? I am kind of a speedrunner, so yeah. If so, you might consider getting a personal chocobo. You have yet to be issued your own bird, am I correct? Given your considerable talents, you should be able to attain one in no time at all. Let me tell you how to go about it. First, you must obtain a Serpent Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the Quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to our man Singer, and he will furnish you with a suitable bird. Oh. Okay. So, do I talk to you? How much does that cost? Enchantments and items. Company. Oh, yeah, they interact with free companies, okay. So nothing I can do with that yet. Can you? Apply for promotion. In order to be promoted to a certain private second class, you must fulfill the following requirements. I need to spend seals for that. Okay. I currently have no seals, which is annoying. Apparently not you. Sword. Weapons, armor, material? That's not how you spell material. Rival? What? Oh, 150% boost to experience points. Nice. From gathering. Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah, I need 200 seals for that, and I have 0. God damn it. I just want a chocobo.
Oh.
want to ride a burb. Run faster! Am I still going here and get it? Or is there someone else like outside I have to talk to? No, it's inside. So Dawn. Then welcome back. Seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with a tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Aaron. Now, when we last spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Kataru, please show them in. This way, says. Oh, hey, Biggs and Wedge. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. I'm... Godsman, spit it out, will you? Wedge, at your service. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech tech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of the experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Stop being taller than me. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all and fight for the future of this realm. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. Never will I know such chocobos if you keep giving me quests. Okay, there are my seals. At least get the next quest started. Oh god, more cutscenes. Why does that have to be cutscenes?
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like Gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
I keep forgetting what the Garuda actually is.
It is essential that we approach the sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us?
You'll give me a chocobo?
I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfulia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Accepted. Go. Get him a burb. Burb. Okay, so speak to you. Not you. 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 Uriel. Chocobo issuance. I need to give it to Singer. Where's Singer? Oh, right there, okay. So the regular Chocobo Porter. Singer. Want a bird issue, you say? Then I'll need to see your Serpent Chocobo issuance. Where is it? Shove. Take my money. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. And here he is. The fellow's been in high spirits the past few bells. He must have sensed that his master was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. I've got several names I can do for this. Wait, how do I get a name? Wait, do I need to actually speak to somebody? Oh, right here. Alright, so what name do I want to go with? I don't really because I do have like several other characters I've had from like past things, but I don't really have any that would be particularly fitting for a mount necessarily. Actually, I guess one kinda. Alright. Go with Enmert. Name that has a lot of history with me. Enmert. Name of my chocobo. Speak of Singer again. I dare say he likes his name. Here's your very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned in crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your chocobo rider's license, as is required by law. That concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. I got a whistle. Personal chocobos. You can use a chocobo whistle to acquire the action or to summon your personal chocobo. So I have to use as an item, I guess. Use. So now summon the company chocobo mount. Unlike rental chocobos, there is no time limit regulating how long you may remain on chocoback. Remember, however, that there are areas such as highly populated cities and narrow dungeons that your chocobo will refuse to enter. The action to summon your chocobo can be set to your hotbar and is located within your mount guide found under character in the main menu. Chocobo armor, or barding, can be equipped via the companion interface situated in the character section of the main menu. So apparently this doesn't give me my other... Actually, no. I'm not available in this location. That makes sense. So, I need to leave the area. Go, like, anywhere outside of the city. We'll go... This place sounds good. It's not here. Can I finally show my mount? Yes, I can finally show it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, so, mount. Fat Chocobo. I summon thee. In all of your girthy... I had the words in my head, now I forgot it. In all your girthy splendor. Look at how adorable he is. So plump. And in order to move him forward, you take this little cabbage I have in the rope here. Move him forward, and he chases it. That's how you get the chocobo to move. And he also has his own theme. This is my favorite thing in the whole world. Chocobo wants the cabbage. Nom cabbage. And the thing is, I don't know if this is actually even available anymore, because I think I got this as like one of the like really early subscription. Actually, it might be part of the regular thing. I need to find that out. I'm gonna look that up before I finish the stream. At Chocobo. Chocobo. Playfully described by some as large and in charge. Came in. Okay, so it was brought in March 2014, which is actually about the time I started playing, I think. Obtained from a fat Chocobo whistle in the Collector's Edition of Final Fantasy XIV. Collector's Edition. Can you still get that? Collector's Edition. Base game along with exclusive physical and digital items. Purchase base game separately, can purchase a digital upgrade. Okay. Okay, so I guess once you get the game, if you upgrade to Collector's Edition, I guess you can get this. But yeah, this is my favorite mount in every game ever. But yeah, now that I've shown him off, I will head back into the city. Just so I can get my Rested XP bonus. It is also very, very late. I need to be heading to bed like a minute after I finish the stream. Which is also slightly unfortunate because I still need to take the garbage out. But anyway. So yeah, that is going to do it for me for the night. So I'll be back on again tomorrow. I'll probably be doing part 2 of my Final Fantasy X randomizer run. Not really run, because it's just be like a casual play. I guess it would be just kind of a let's play, I guess, at that point. But yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow, and then Friday we got our usual Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer. Yay! But yeah, so I'll see you guys again tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central. Until then, have a good night.